All right. So, Lynette, how long have you been doing CrossFit?
I've been doing CrossFit for approximately 6 years.
Okay. How did you get started?
I had retired from my job. I'd been a nurse for many, many years and had lots of issues, and joint issues, particularly in my shoulder and my back. Had problems with my hips from lifting patients for years and also from doing a lot of running and stuff. So after I retired, I had started seeing a physician because these problems wouldn't go away. And I was getting injections in my joints and had injections in my back, my hips, my shoulders. And my son, who is a CrossFit coach, as you know, he was just adamant. He said, "Mom, you got to start CrossFit. What you're doing isn't working. You've got to start CrossFit." And he finally talked me into it, and so I gave it a try and been doing it ever since.
That's awesome. I'm gonna send this video to my mom and my mother-in-law, and they'll appreciate that. So, what were like your initial apprehensions that you maybe had when you heard CrossFit from your son, or he was kind of recommending it? Like, what did you initially think?
Well, I was resistant at first because I thought it was, I mean, just looking at my son, who's, in his 30s, um, he's he's a beast.
Yeah,
And,
Adam.
a lot of people who are in CrossFit are extremely athletic and fit and muscular and everything. And I just thought that wasn't for me. I just thought I can't do that stuff. It's too hard. And I didn't have those kind of goals that, these other people had. But because I didn't see the other side of it, I was looking at it through that narrow spectrum. And he's the one who convinced me that, this isn't just for people who are young or, seeking athletic prowess. It's for everybody. So he convinced me to try it, and made me realize that, it was applicable to me too.
That's great.
I hear her stirring.
Yeah, she's hanging out because she wants to answer some questions.
Yeah.
She might try talking too, but she's being good. So it sounds like you got started with the intent to kind of build your body back up, make it stronger, make it a little bit more durable. Would you say that your mindset has shifted a little bit more towards maybe some of these goals? Has that added into it, and how is that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because, my resistance or my reluctance was related to fear and to not understanding the benefits that I would reap from it. And having good coaching made all the difference in the world. And when you go in, you're not just, and my experiences had been related to a fitness center, where you just go in and you work out on machines and you're doing your own thing, and you really don't have any comprehension of what you're doing. You're just kind of copying what everybody else does, and you don't know the benefits, or you're just thinking, well, I got to have exercise, so I'm just going to go in there and exercise. But you don't really have an objective, or you don't have any goals and understanding of what it is you're trying to accomplish. Whereas, with the coaching that you get in CrossFit, it's individualized because, your coaches know who you are. They know what your problems are. They're interested and understanding of the issues that you might have, and they help you work through those issues and conquer those issues so that you can progress in your strength and your mobility and just your confidence in being healthy and improving your overall functionality.
That's great. I mean, it sounds like, the coach is almost there as a guide to show you how to get through your physical ailments, accomplish that, develop confidence in your own physical ability, and then start directing your mindset towards physical accomplishments, and
Right.
more about like, okay, let's figure out how we can work around this, and
Exactly.
that it's not a problem, and build the body up, and it sounds like also the mind as well gets built up in
Exactly.
the process. So that's kind of a really kind of awesome transformation, not just physically but also mentally, that you get to go through that. And I think it's pretty unique and a very awesome thing about CrossFit that we get to see that interaction with the coach. My next question was, what physical and mental benefits have you noticed? But I think you pretty much summed it up.
Well, I don't have all those aches and pains anymore, and I haven't since I started. I have never had to go back and get another injection. So that's made all the difference. The strengthening and the mobility exercises that we do, or the programs that we run through, and plus it's constantly changing. You're not always just focusing on the same thing. You're always challenging something new. And I think that is good for you mentally, as well as the fact that you're not overworking one part of your body. You're constantly switching out your workouts and scaling to your abilities and all that kind of stuff. And it just makes a difference all the difference in the world for your ability to function well.
That's awesome. So it sounds like you've had a massive paradigm shift with what works. We'll wrap this up with one more question. What would you say to someone that? Yeah, she's getting mad.
We're gonna pick her up.
I'll grab her. 1 second.
He's like, "Don't ignore me, Daddy."
She wants to be in the interview too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to join? So,
nice little girl.
Yeah, she just wants to.
She just wanted Daddy to hold her.
Yeah, I got you, girl. So, last question: what would you say to somebody that is a little apprehensive to start and kind of get into working out or get into CrossFit? And what would you say what would you wish you could have told yourself?
To not be afraid, and to recognize that you are capable. And the reason that that's true is because it is so individualized. You're not dealing with massive group of people who you're just kind of blending in, and you have no individuality, because there's always an option for what you can do at your level, and the benefits far outweigh any of the apprehensions that you might have. And it takes a while. I mean, I started with baby steps for sure. And it takes a long time to progress. If you've got issues, or if you've had physical complaints or whatever, or you haven't been fit before, but you can always just start and move on from there, because they'll work with you. The coaches will work with you at your level, whatever that might be. And in time, you'll just feel better. You'll feel good about the way not only about the way you look, but the way you feel, the way you can accomplish a lot of things. I'm not a young person anymore, but I can sure do a lot more than most people my age. And I can keep doing the things I like to do. Whoops. like biking and hiking. And did you lose me?
No, you're good. I got you.
Biking and hiking and gardening and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not slowing down for anything.
Yeah.
And that's really something that I appreciate very much, especially at my age.
Yeah, for sure. I think, I always try to talk to people and the members in the gym at some point and say like, hey, here's the bigger picture. Because for me, I've always been like, hey, lift as much as you can, run as fast as you can, do as many pulls as you can. And that stuff is all great. But after working with enough people and starting to see like what this looks like over time, like I get more excited for the return I'll have decades later, and just like, maintaining some stuff so that, like you said, I can enjoy moving around. So I know for me, doing CrossFit enough is definitely, I've had that paradigm shift where I'm like, oh man, it's really more about enjoying life and hanging out with family and getting to
Exactly.
So,
I'm at the age where I have a lot of contemporaries in my age group who are physical wrecks. I mean, they're paying the price for a lifetime of, being a couch potato or poor diets or whatever. And, they're literally dropping like flies. And it just makes me very much appreciate it's hard work. There's no getting around it. It's hard work. But if you make it a lifestyle, and commit yourself to doing it on a regular basis, the benefits, you'll appreciate them so much as you increase in age, because you'll far outpace everyone else in your own age group as far as longevity goes.
yeah. Great. All right. So the little one gave us a little more time here. He's just calm down.
Good.
So last question I had for today was, with recent events with the current pandemic going on, and most gyms kind of maybe we don't have time. Sorry, shouldn't like this on it, but how is the
Put her up on your shoulder, Daddy.
Okay.
There.
Maybe we won't have any more time. We'll try it out. So the recent pandemic, a lot of people have shifted to online training. How has that transition been to being more of a home workout program?
I miss the barbells.
Yeah.
I'm worried about coming back with the barbell, but it's been great. It's good to have a schedule. It's good to have exercise every day. I appreciate the community. I appreciate all the work you guys.
You know what? I think we'll call it for today. I'm going to work with her. Thanks for talking with me today, and look forward to seeing you soon.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good day, Bobby.
You too, Lynette. Bye.
Bye.